kind of battles are emerging at your position? Are there some?
Well, we have great competition. We have a lot of guys fighting for time. We have a few guys that have played quite a bit with Cale and Damon and DJ. And we have a lot of other emerging guys, like a Chris Omiji and Drew Trezilli and, Ja'Cory Shepard. And then we got a couple of new guys like Trey Parmalee and Josh Ford. So I think we have a good room. Christian Matthews is battling. I mean, he's played some in the Wildcat quarterback system, prior. But we have great competition. We got good spirit, and it's a fun group to work with.
What's it going to take for those guys that are battling for time to sort of stand out and earn the time, I guess?
You're continuously to develop as a receiver. So obviously being able to get open, versus hard, tough press coverage, which is a lot of our defense is going to show us some here, and continue to develop your route running and your knowledge of the offense, the ability to run really good routes, and to just be a complete receiver. We talked from the first meeting with the receivers about complete receivers run good routes, complete receivers block, complete receivers have run after the catch, complete receivers know what to do, complete receivers are in great physical condition. So that's what's going to take, for guys to get it. There's a line, and you want to have as many guys as you can above that line that you can perform in a game and play for you and help you win. And we're just trying to continue to work every day to see how many guys we can get above that line. And we're 3 days in, so nowhere, shape, or form are we in a position to determine any of that. It's just a consistent battle every day in a positive way that we're going out and going to work and trying to get better. And I tell the guys all the time, you either get better, you get worse, you never stay the same. So we're trying to be better today than we were yesterday.
With the three guys you mentioned, DJ, Damon, and Cale, not great size, not great height with any of them. How important is it?
Cale has very good height for a receiver.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, is it important to get a guy down the field with maybe like Josh's size or Chris's size?
Well, yeah, I think if you got a guy who's got size and speed and quick feet and good hands and all that, then that's the guy you want. But we're just trying to, within the framework of our offense, develop the players we have, continue to develop them, and then coach will find ways to use the guys we have and showcase their ability.
Talk a little bit about the differences between the three different wide receiver positions. I mean, and what you're looking for personnel-wise in each one of those positions.
Well, in the two receiver set, X and Z, sometimes you have tendency to put a bigger body at the X receiver position because they're the guy that is right on the line of scrimmage, and they're likely to have somebody right on them right away. So sometimes you look for a bigger body in that position. At Z, you can get away with maybe not as big or a body as long as you got good quickness and good feet and some things like that. So in the two receiver set, that maybe would be the difference. In the three receiver set, now you're looking for somebody in the slot that can run some of those nuance routes, can work through traffic down the field. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bigger guy, as long as this guy with really good feet and a feel for the game and hands. He does have to block on the perimeter, some in that. And then the two outside receivers, usually you still have an X who's on the line a lot, and we have another we call the F out there who can be a little bit, kind of in between the X and the Z guy. You like to have a guy with burst, but you don't have a guy that can win one-on-one situations and to be a good perimeter blocker, on our edge outside zone stuff.
Speaking of blocking, wide receiver screen's been a problem for us, being able to handle the other team's corners the last couple of years. Do you see one of these guys emerging as being able to be a physical blocker and take on a corner?
I was pleased with our blocking in spring practice, and I felt like our guys showed good effort and worked at it and battled. And, we've only had shoulder pads on one day here so far, and I thought we certainly spent a lot of drill time on it yesterday. Hopefully that'll continue to carry over to us being a good blocking group. We'll block downfield. We'll have guys that show good effort and are physical and understand the importance of blocking, and I'm certain we'll do a good job with that.
So what does it mean to get a healthy Damon Patterson back in there?
Well, I thought he did a really nice job in spring practice. It's good to get a healthy everybody in there. I mean, and Damon certainly has been here quite some time and has a veteranness to him, an experience to him. But everybody here is in their first training camp in our system, in our offense. Everybody kind of starts from scratch in spring practice, and we're just continuing to grow and work. And Damon's no different than any of the other receivers in that regard.
Just going back to blocking, who would you say is your best blocking
wide receiver?
Well, it's hard for me to judge that at this time. We haven't played a game. But we all are working at it. And, as a group, as a whole, top to bottom, we'll be a good blocking group.